Few reality television stars have experienced the dramatic highs and lows quite like Austin Lee Russell, known worldwide by his nickname Chumlee. A beloved figure on the History Channel's hit show Pawn Stars, Chumlee quickly rose from humble beginnings to fame only to face a highly publicized fall from grace and an eventual redemption arc that few could have predicted. The rumors that sent shockwaves through the fanbase suggested that Chumlee had been sentenced to life in prison, igniting confusion and speculation online. For many who had watched him as the show's light-hearted jester, this twist was as jarring as it was unbelievable. How could the easygoing, often goofy personality behind the pawnshop counter end up facing such serious allegations? The truth, while complicated, tells the story of a man who made serious mistakes, confronted them head-on, and ultimately worked to rebuild his life and legacy. Born on September 8, 1982 in Henderson, Nevada, Austin Russell earned the nickname Chumlee at just 12 years old. A friend's father joked that he resembled the walrus character from the 1960s cartoon Tennessee Tuxedo, and the name stuck. Growing up in the Las Vegas area, Chumlee was surrounded by a world of opportunity and excess, both of which would later come to define key chapters in his life. His lifelong friendship with Corey Harrison, son of Rick Harrison, and grandson of Richard Harrison, the original founders of the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, was pivotal. The Harrisons opened the store in 1989, and by the time Chumlee joined the team at age 21, it was a family-run operation with deep roots in Las Vegas. Chumlee's duties at the shop included testing items, managing inventory, handling transactions, and occasionally assisting with appraisals. He wasn't the expert or the historian, but he brought charisma, curiosity, and levity, a perfect foil to the show's more serious tones. In 2009, the Pawn Stars concept was brought to television thanks to Left Field Pictures, and the show premiered on the History Channel that summer. The unscripted series focused on the daily operations of the 24-hour gold and silver pawn shop, capturing everything from tense haggling and rare artifacts to humorous behind-the-scenes moments between staff. What viewers immediately loved about the series was its authenticity. It felt like real people doing real work, and Chumlee emerged as a breakout star. While cast as the comic relief, often portrayed as slow-witted or naive, Chumlee proved himself knowledgeable in select areas, particularly vintage pop culture and pinball machines. In one memorable episode, his expertise in arcade machines caught even Corey off guard, revealing that the class clown persona masked real enthusiasm and surprising depth. His relatability and sense of humor endeared him to fans, and soon, his popularity outpaced even the show's more central figures. Riding the wave of celebrity, Chumlee founded his own business to capitalize on merchandising opportunities, including novelty items like t-shirts, bobbleheads, and autographed memorabilia. The endeavor was successful enough that Rick Harrison purchased half the company for $155,000 in 2010, enabling the pawn shop to help manage the growing demand for Chumlee-themed merchandise. His items routinely outsold those of other cast members, cementing his status as a true fan favorite. But Chumlee's success wasn't just luck, it was earned through perseverance. Before his rise on Pawn Stars, he worked as an assistant manager at McDonald's and later helped operate a Quiznos restaurant that Rick Harrison had purchased. Chumlee balanced both jobs for 135 days straight without taking a single day off, a testament to his grit and work ethic. By the time Pawn Stars became a cultural phenomenon, Chumlee had paid his dues and was ready to embrace stardom. The camaraderie between Chumlee, Rick, and Corey became the backbone of the show. Their on-screen chemistry was so strong that it carried over to other entertainment projects. In a memorable crossover episode of Nickelodeon's iCarly, the three played themselves in a light-hearted subplot about a missing head, further solidifying their place in pop culture. Their banter, full of teasing and laughs, helped humanize the series and made viewers feel like they were watching real friends, not scripted characters. Yet behind the scenes, Chumlee's life was beginning to unravel. On March 9, 2016, Las Vegas. Metro Police executed a search warrant at his home as part of an investigation into a sexual assault claim. Although he was not charged in connection with the alleged assault, what authorities found during the search shocked fans and law enforcement alike. The raid uncovered a large stash of illicit substances including marijuana, methamphetamine, Xanax, and evidence of cocaine use, along with more than a dozen firearms, several of which were unregistered. He was arrested but quickly released on $62,000 bail, Initially, he faced 20 felony counts, including drug and weapon possession charges. As the media frenzy intensified, Chumlee's public image took a severe hit. News outlets speculated on whether he would serve prison time, and rumors swirled about a possible life sentence. Some even falsely claimed that he had died, sparking online death hoaxes that only added to the confusion. Determined to avoid prison, Chumlee worked closely with his attorney, David Chesnoff, one of Las Vegas's most prominent defense lawyers. In May 2016, Chumlee accepted a plea deal, agreeing to plead guilty to a felony weapons charge and a gross misdemeanor for attempted drug possession. As part of the agreement, he was sentenced to 3 years of probation, ordered to attend counseling, and required to forfeit his unregistered firearms. If he complied with all conditions, the felony charge would eventually be reduced to a misdemeanor. During this period, Chumlee chose to stay largely out of the spotlight. He complied with the court's orders, stayed out of further trouble, and began working on himself personally and professionally. Many fans quietly supported him, seeing his efforts to rebuild as sincere and commendable. By 2017, he was ready to re-emerge. Chumlee expanded his brand by launching Chumlee's Candy on the Boulevard, a retro candy shop located just steps from the Pawn Store in Las Vegas. The shop offered an eclectic mix of nostalgic treats like Abba Zaba bars, Pez dispensers, and Jones sodas, as well as collectible keychains and exclusive Chumlee merchandise. The candy store not only provided a new revenue stream, but also gave fans a fun, family-friendly destination to interact with him directly. The store became a success, thanks in part to Chumlee's hands-on involvement and active social media presence. He regularly shared updates, answered fan questions, and promoted new products and events. Visitors to the store often noted his friendliness and willingness to take photos, sign autographs, and genuinely engage. Chumlee's return to television was equally triumphant. He rejoined the cast of the main series and later appeared in Pawn Stars Do America, a travel-based spin-off that brought the team to various cities across the United States in search of rare items and historic treasures. The roadshow format injected fresh life into the franchise and allowed Chumlee to connect with fans in different parts of the country. Never one to limit himself, Chumlee also stepped into the world of gaming. He released Chum's Adventure, The Quest for Pinky, a retro-inspired video game that pays homage to classic side-scrolling arcade titles. In it, players guide Chumlee through a whimsical journey to rescue his beloved dog, Pinky. The game received positive reviews for its nostalgic design, quirky humor, and appeal to both longtime fans and vintage game enthusiasts. Today, Chumlee stands as a rare example of a public figure who has fallen from grace, taken responsibility, and built a new chapter rooted in resilience and growth. He continues to appear on television, run his businesses, and interact with fans both in person and online. Though he'll always be remembered as the lovable jokester from Pawn Stars, Chumlee has proven himself to be far more than just comic relief. He's a survivor, an entrepreneur, and a man who refused to let his mistakes define his future. His journey is one of redemption and renewal, a reminder that even in the glare of fame, it's never too late to change course and reclaim your story.